Hello everybody, this is Seth Wilkinson with SealRyt Corporation, manufacturers of the PackRite bearing and high performance mechanical packing for the Pump Seal channel, to talk to you today about the Helix. Now, what is the Helix? I've briefly gone over this in another video, and I thought it just required a little bit more attention, just so everybody understands what I'm talking about when I say the Helix. So when you get specifically when you get die-formed rings or pre-cut rings that are already cut to size and shape, they're already in the size and formation that you want to install in the pump. So what's the best way to keep the integrity of that ring when installing it in the pump? Well, it's called the Helix. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll take that packing that has been preformed and they'll straighten it out in order to get it around the shaft and manipulate it on the pump and then install that. Well, the more often you do that, more times you do that, what you're actually doing is you're starting to not necessarily weaken the yarns, but you have a mating that goes on in there through that die forming and pre-cutting process. And you want to try to maintain the integrity of that ring as much as possible. Once you start loosening up the yarns inside of that ring, you're going to create soft spots, potentials for gaps, air pockets, depending on what it's made of, how hard that ring has been die formed. But either way, what you're doing is you're weakening this packing. It may be minute, however, it can stack up. If you do ring to ring to ring to ring, what you're going to do is you're going to kind of compound the effect of loosening up those yarns, and you may just not get the life out of the packing that you want, or you may end up not sealing adequately and creating leak paths because you've created air pockets inside of that packing. So what do I mean by the Helix? Well, instead of pulling apart that ring and straightening it out in order to get it into the pump and install it, what you want to do is actually just twist the packing. So I'm pointing the cut end towards you. I'm just going to twist it like this. All right. Am I still manipulating the ring? Yes. But what I'm not doing is I'm not damaging or changing the integrity of that ring shape. I'm not straightening it out, right? I'm twisting it. So moving over to the pump, I'm going to create that Helix. Now I'm going to manipulate that over my shaft like so. Now I'm going to bring this back together and then install it. Now this Helix also works when you're installing in a pump, particularly where maybe the shaft is not centered inside of the stuffing box. How many times have you guys done this where you come up against it and try to get it in the stuffing box and you end up having to crush one end? Okay, well, by actually manipulating that Helix again, I'll turn it so you can see. What I'm now doing is I'm dropping this top edge in first. So I start my packing, I create the Helix, and that allows for this top edge that would normally bind right here on the throat to actually just slide right in. Just like that. Just by creating that Helix. And then from now I can just take my pusher or my gland follower and start pushing that ring in. So what that allows me to do now is install this packing where without using the Helix I would damage the OD, pinch it, just create problems. Now it allows me to actually maintain the integrity of the ring, but also the dimensional stability of the braid, and install it into the stuffing box. So thank you for your time. Very quick video. Hopefully it was helpful, and please reach out to SealRyt if you have any questions. Thank you.